Personal records for the Village of Bethel's police chief show he has a prior history of alleged misconduct as a police officer. Chad Essert was hired as Bethel's chief in 2021.
And Chief Investigative Reporter Craig Cheatham's 6-week-long investigation found that Essert was terminated or resigned under threat of termination from at least 3 of his previous jobs in law enforcement.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for another day.
In the Clermont County village of Bethel.
Hope that you will keep us with wisdom when we do all the village business.
Council meetings often begin with a prayer for divine guidance.
Step up some traffic enforcement, our focus.
Village business has included rebuilding the Bethel Police Department. Bethel officials have praised Police Chief Chad Essert for his commitment to raising expectations of officers.
The applicants fill out a very detailed background packet and application, and then once we receive that in, then we go ahead and begin a background investigation.
Essert said the department investigates the applicant's work and discipline history in law enforcement, something that he said revealed character traits of an applicant he later hired.
There wasn't any disciplinary or real hiccups that we found. Good moral characters.
Bethel officials have refused to say if they've requested and reviewed Essert's work and disciplinary history as a police officer before hiring him as a police chief in October 2021. But the I-Team did request and obtain Essert's personnel records with other law enforcement agencies. And according to those documents, Essert has been cited for alleged misconduct that included sexually harassing a female officer, intimidation of witnesses, untruthfulness, and disobeying orders. Those records show Essert was fired or resigned under threat of termination from 3 of his previous 6 law enforcement jobs.
Clearly, a lot of the things that you sent me from the background investigation that you did would have been potential red flags. Whether hiring a chief or hiring just an entry-level police officer.
The I-Team asked retired Woodlawn Police Chief Jeff Woody, a former Ohio Peace Officer Academy instructor, to review Essert's personnel records.
I think a lot of this would have been relatively easy to find in a thorough background check.
In a brief telephone interview, Bethel Village Administrator Travis Dotson said Essert was by far the most professional applicant for the police chief job, and that Essert and village officials were on the same page about the priorities for the department. Dotson said he couldn't remember what was involved in Essert's background check. Essert and Mayor Jay Noble did not respond to the I-Team's request for an interview. Essert's personnel records show his law enforcement career began nearly 20 years ago as a rookie officer with the North College Hill Police Department. This report, written by Essert's supervisor, documented 5 incidents from October 2003 through February 2004 that, according to the supervisor, were examples of Essert's on-duty conduct that raised concerns about Chad's integrity, embellishment of facts, and outright untruthfulness. Essert's records show North College Hill terminated him in September 2004 for unsatisfactory performance during his probation. In March 2010, as an Elmwood Place police officer, Essert was suspended without pay for 3 weeks for allegedly sexually harassing a female officer. And according to this investigation report, Elmwood Place began a criminal investigation of Essert in May 2010 for intimidation of witnesses. One of the witnesses was a woman who told investigators that Essert threatened to have her locked up if she revealed her sexual relationship with Essert, who was married. According to the report, Essert admitted having a relationship with the woman and spending time with her while on duty, but he denied threatening her. The Elmwood Place police chief ordered Essert to not contact witnesses, but according to the investigation report, Essert admitted he contacted them anyway. According to the investigation report, the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office determined there was a possibility of criminal charges, but that it would be better handled administratively. The police chief terminated Essert, but the mayor allowed Essert to resign within 24 hours under threat of termination. Essert resigned.
That's a red flag.
In 2015, the Brown County Sheriff's Office terminated Essert. According to his termination letter, it was because his obligation as a special deputy has not been fulfilled to the standards prescribed by the Brown County Sheriff's Office. In April 2020, while he was Fayetteville police chief, Essert was charged with domestic violence. According to the complaint, Essert and the alleged victim argued about property. Then Essert turned his steering wheel into the victim's path while driving away, causing his truck to strike her. The victim sustained scrapes to both her arms and her right leg. Court records show initially the alleged victim didn't want charges filed and claimed she had overreacted. In October 2020, Essert pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct. A year later, Bethel hired him as police chief.
It's discouraging.
Christine Cole is a former executive director of Boston's Crime and Justice Institute and Harvard's program in criminal justice policy and management. She also reviewed Essert's personnel records at the I-Team's request.
They made a decision to hire this person either without knowing or irrespective of the background information that you've been able to uncover.
Bethel Village officials declined the I-Team's request for on-camera interviews, but in a written statement, the village said Chief Essert has conducted himself in a professional manner and has strived to elevate the professionalism of the Bethel Police Department. According to that statement, Essert has also implemented a body-worn camera program and secured over $200,000 in grant funding. But despite Essert's accomplishments in Bethel, Cole says it appears village officials didn't do what she considers an adequate background check of his history as a police officer.
It should be incredibly comprehensive because this is a really important position in a community.
The I-Team is posting some of Chief Essert's personnel records on WCPO.com. We redacted the names of witnesses and alleged victims. Tomorrow, we'll show how Chief Essert rewards his officers for writing traffic tickets and how that's increased revenue for the village.